All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy JT. Man, we're gonna talk a little politics. I know. I'm a firm believer, or I am totally against injecting politics into this channel. Okay, by reasons of my own. I do not. Politics are so polarizing right now to where a discussion about it could really turn people against each other. It can turn sour. So I try to avoid it at all costs. However, when it starts to affect the industry that I'm a part of, I simply have no choice. What I'm talking about is Stellantis. Okay, they're about to lay off maybe 3,600 people. All right. Now, and the reason why is what's startling. Okay, we're talking again politics. All right, there are certain states in this country that have mandates. Okay, mandates that are fastly approaching. I mean, right around the corner. So they got to hurry up and do something. All right. All of that in play along with the political environment. Okay. Some moves about to be made that could easily be avoided. All right. And what I'm talking about is mandate as far as EV, electric vehicle. Okay. We all heard the rumors and turn out they're not rumors. In fact, all right, they starting to be implemented. Okay. Now, Stellantis, when you say Stellantis, you think of Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep. Dodge got enough problems of their own right now. They're having a hard time pushing units. Okay. The Challengers and the Chargers are just sitting on the lots chilling. Yes, chilling. Okay. I visited 3 Dodge dealers just last week. Okay. And the cars are they out there in plenty. If you ever wanted a Dodge Challenger or Charger, Hellcat, any of those models, you can get them now. Any color you want, they readily available right there on the lot. Okay. In fact, I also witnessed some dealers are moving units off of their lot and strategically placing them into the rental car department. All right. So it's all about books and numbers and removing things out of certain categories to put into another category for a specific reason. Okay. It's all strategic movement. All right. But those cars are now totally off the lot. They've been sitting on the lot. At some point, guys, cars that sit on the lot cost the facility. Whatever the facility may be, those cars just sitting there after so long, they start to cost that facility. So there's a lot of maneuvering going on. Now, as far as what I'm talking about now, this layoff, it's unfortunate, man, because layoffs, as it relates to the automotive industry, is a bad thing all around. And I can't be naive to the fact that I start thinking things like, well, it's not going to affect me. Layoffs can be trickled down into all kinds of department relating to the automotive, from the parts department, the service department, sales, all of that. Every function of the automotive industry could be affected by the wrong decision. All right, I'm talking too much, but I want to play a piece of an article from all places, Fox News. Okay, so yes, we're talking about, in fact, let me pull this up now. A potential Stellantis layoff. Now, this was known back in February. Here we are in March. So technically they put it off, but they can't put it off much longer. Okay. Now I'm going to let some of this play because there's a representative speaking about what's actually happened. In fact, let's take a listen.
Hayes represents Toledo Refining Company, and he joins me now, cares a whole lot about this issue. Scott, good morning. It's great to see you. This is a strange one. Tell us why people in your state are losing their jobs over what's going on in California.
Well, what we're seeing is that failed policy out of Sacramento and out of DC are costing real collateral damage here in the Midwest. The effort to put you into an electric vehicle before we can do so, before it's even attainable, it's unachievable, and it's costing jobs. So we're very upset to hear that 1,225 people got a robocall that they might not have a job to comply with emissions regulations that are just out of touch with reality and what's achievable.
Yeah, and these people that are going to lose their jobs in Toledo and Detroit, it's not that the market is dictating this, it's that these companies need to comply with a government mandate for a car that a lot of people can't afford or don't want. So these are really good
a lot of people can't afford or don't want these EV vehicles, guys. I don't know if y'all was around, well, if y'all remember, or if y'all caught a hold to a lot of the news that played out this past winter. Now, we're still a little bit in the winter, but this past wintry season, snowstorm, okay, a lot of those vehicles, the truth came out about them. All right. Now, this is nothing new. It's just some parts or some time periods do not produce as big a winter storm as others. Now, this past winter storm, a lot of the truth came out about the Tesla vehicle and the way the battery will act in the event of such a storm. Okay, so a lot of people changed their mind about the car. A lot of people, okay, never mind, backing out. And there's this little straddling going on the fence on which way you want to go. But this mandate that they're speaking about is just that, a mandate put on, get this, by the government, which translate into politics. I hate freaking politics, but it is a part of the automotive industry. Let's listen to some more of this.
Jobs. What are these people going to do?
That's a good question. Try explaining this to those people that are losing their job. And if you talk about the 1,225 jobs, think about all the suppliers. Toledo is a big supply park to the Detroit auto scene. And who knows what's going to happen. I can tell you this, for all of the talk about environmental justice, we need to better understand this quite eccentric definition, because it is not good for people on a precarious income. I'd argue it's not good for the environment, because what we're seeing is we're shifting productions to countries that don't make it as cleanly as we do in the United States. I believe it's a net loser for the carbon footprint, and it's certainly a loser for people on a precarious income.
Yeah, and just to step back a little bit, so the reason why Stellantis is talking about California's electric vehicle emissions and why they need to comply with that, it's because California has this new law that all cars sold in and beyond 2035 need to be electric vehicles. And the Biden administration also proposed 2/3 cars sold by 2032.
2032, the Biden administration proposed. Did y'all hear that? Politics, baby. Okay. Now, I want to sound negative. 2032. That's a long time, but the people that's making decisions for the youth, will they even be around? Again, I don't want to sound insensitive. Do y'all see where I'm trying to go with this? Like, there are people right now in place making decisions for the future, the prospects, okay? The prospects don't like the decisions being made. Look, guys, they taking away the Hemi. They taking away the V8 engines, okay? They taking away that, giving us the slimmed down, quiet versions of an electric vehicle. Let's get through this article, man.
Need to be electric as well. And then you have former President Trump. He did a town hall with Sean Hannity last week. He touched upon this issue. Take a listen to what he had to say.
On day 2, we'll get rid of this ridiculous electric car mandate. You know, on a diesel fuel truck, the big ones, great ones, you go 2,000 miles. On an electric truck, you have nothing left because the battery is so large. Believe it or not, it takes up most of the space. So that's a little problem. But it only goes 300 miles. And yet it doesn't matter to them. A child would understand, therefore you can't do it. You talk about a supply chain problem.
Yeah, you know, Scott, I don't know if you're political. I do know that a lot of the union guys that you work with are Democrats. But a statement like that from the former president, how do you think that will play?
Well, I think, it requires a very tough conversation with leadership, labor leadership, about what is the net result to the rank and file. No doubt that it takes more energy to pull out the minerals to make an electric vehicle. You're using those large vehicles that the former president was talking about to pull it out of the ground. An electric vehicle has to be on the road for at least 4 years before it's break-even carbon neutral with a traditional internal combustion engine. These electric.
Did y'all hear that?
Electric vehicle mandates within a timeline that is unachievable will have real consequences. And that's the big problem we're talking about today.
Yeah, and
unachievable and will have huge consequences. All right, I got to end this. I got to wrap this up. However, guys, again, I apologize if this offended anybody. I hate politics, but it's affecting the industry that I've been a part of for a long time. Yes, I've been a part of this industry for over 2 decades, guys. So now politics has always played a role in the automotive industry. It's just that when you get deep off into a certain industry and you have no choice but to discuss it. All right. That's what I will slowly start implementing because I have no choice. All right. Stellantis laying off all these people because, in my opinion, of politics. All right. Decisions being made by guys on their way out. Y'all stay tuned for more, man. That's all I have. Thanks for watching. Comment, subscribe if you're not already. And I'll see y'all in the next video.